What the fuck is up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Rantz by Neenz podcast, hosted by yours truly, Neenz, your least favorite Cajun, Tejana, lesbian journalist troll. Boom! Let's get into it. I'm not even going to discuss why the lead time between episode 2 and this episode 3. Be grateful that you're getting so much from me. I give you my writing. I give you my mind on Twitter. I give you my writing on my newsletter. I give you my pure mind on my Twitter. I grace you with my stream of conscious profanity on my Twitter account. And here I am, giving you my beautiful face in addition, and my glorious, oft complimented voice in podcast format. Honestly, you people, I've said this many times, but it bears repeating. You people do not deserve me. So, I may actually one day run a competition. You may have to outbid other cities, Austin, to keep me around. So just think about that. Think about what you have to contribute to the collective of effort of me remaining here and toiling in relative obscurity when we all know I'm the best writer in the world. Okay, first, my readers will remember right before council went out for its break, it shamefully was about to extend the automated license plate reader. That's if y'all been seeing this ALPR thing. That's automated license plate reader. So it's basically if you don't read, well, that's fine. It's a technology that cops use to scan your license plate. They run it. They take a picture of it. They say like they take some like geolocation information to figure out like where it was, the make and model of your car. They're not able to see inside of it yet, right? So it's not, they're gonna place people at scenes of crimes that they may not have been at, and it's very dubious police work. It basically one of the articles I read said it basically extends into by I don't know what the proportion is, but by a disturbing degree the ability of a police officer to do police work based on circumstantial evidence and AI, which we know is not something that you want, which I'm not against on principle, but is not something that you want making decisions that impact people's real lives. So, all that being said, and this is what I've been told, anybody who disagrees with me is welcome to hit my line. You can reach me on Signal, you can hit my email, all my contact information is on my website. That being said, I've been told, and I know this to be true, in general, in city council politics and procedure, and under the Watson regime, the Kirk Watson regime as mayor, that there would not have been about to be a vote unless it was going to pass. So basically, again, if you haven't read the rant, we formerly had a license plate reader program until 2020, right? When briefly white people cared about not racially profiling and killing black and brown people. Does anybody remember that? That the police are the agents of that. So if you want to avoid that, you have to control the police. And controlling the police is not giving them an infinite money glitch, just to be clear. So they were going to pass this. And I also know this from, which we'll talk about later, this goofy girl that's part of the coalition that was pushing council members on this very issue, and she noted they flipped. I don't know that she personally did anything, but that coalition of activists flipped several council members. I don't know how many, but enough that they had to take it off the agenda. So, just to be clear, this city council does not deserve a pat on the back. This city council, including the council members from the east side that just said, basically, oh, we can't believe that the budget's going to be blown up, even though they were told that the police contract they approved late last year was going to destroy our budget. They wanted to pretend like they didn't know that when they signed the deal on the contract, because they just wanted to bury all our problems with the police union under the rug. And our problem with the police union, guys, is not that council has not been nice enough to them. The problem with our relationship as a city with the police union is not that we have not given them enough money. That is just absurd. It's just untrue on its face. Anybody who claims otherwise is a liar and a agent of the police state, okay? So we can all agree that the contract was overpriced. We can all agree, we know that there are budget implications that we haven't even seen yet, and they're gonna raise taxes and cut services, and that's all there is going to be to it. So this same council was who on council was raising the alarm about this before? I'm asking, please leave a comment. Who on council was raising the alarm about this before all of this momentum happened to stop the vote, to delay the vote? Mike Siegel. And believe me, this is not my class favorite. No. But in this case, I just want to point out who was being quiet about it and who was going to let it fucking ride. So, if you can, I can imagine what the margin was going to be. Let's just put it like that. Originally. So, shame on all these people. I want to encourage everyone to keep on high alert. One thing that I just, it was just a lot to, synthesize in one article. But other than they're going to misuse it. Oh, my friend, one of my friends and readers who's a big, who is, involved in police oversight policy, told me, or made the point that, on social media, that this type of technology, the police, like, all these liberals will say, like, oh, well, we're going to give them this technology, but we're going to make sure that they follow these benchmarks, and they're going to talk about white liberalism, spoiler alert, and they're really going to, the police, if we lay out this structure for them and tell them how to use the technology, they'll use it for good. Naive, and also, patently untrue. Just not true. These agencies always use this type of when they are armed with this technology, they, to use a crude metaphor, blank first and ask questions later. And that's what surveillance creep is. You know what I mean? Like, to a certain extent, it's the same principle, right? Like, these institutions behave like this time and time and time again. If you don't believe me, you can do your reading and your homework and inform yourself, and you will come to the determination that if you give them this shit, they will misuse it. And our department is it is so difficult to get a PIR through, to get a public information request through our department right now, through our city at all. our public information infrastructure completely collapsed over, honestly, under the Adler regime. Thanks, homie. So, you cannot expect to find out in real time. And that's not even good enough. Even if you can't expect to find out that they're misusing it in real time. You're going to find out about it later once they've already discriminated against people, racially profiled people, damaged people's, livelihoods. And it's just unacceptable. So, even if you could find out in real time, that's not good enough, right? It's not good enough. You need to, if you give them this technology, they are going to use it for ill. And it is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So this idea, like that goofball, my founding homie, who's, I'm not even going to name right now because he makes me sick and disgusts me, saying like, oh, we can't stop the surveillance, creep from happening. So we need to really like try to make sure that we're controlling the department's use of this technology and blah, 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 blah. Naive, childish, reckless, and ridiculous. I just don't, I just completely disagree with that. And when we know, as I mentioned in the article, used to track people in Texas seeking abortion already, the database that these pictures go into, the city of Austin can't control that. And what I wasn't able to mention is the immigration angle. And that's already, again, really encourage you to go do your reading about the shit that is already happening here and how ICE will gain access to these systems. And again, as my source told me, the feds will get our data. The feds will get our data. That's not a fucking joke. So, and it's not about the most among, this is about the people that have the least wiggle room, the least amount of resources, the people who will be unjustly profiled because of this. And if you lose sight of that, I'm afraid that you have become part of this systemic problem. So I want to leave it this segment here at 13 minutes. And I'm going to try to edit this out, but if I'm not able to, well, then you'll just have to see behind the cutting room floor. I'm learning as a content creator. I don't know how to do this shit. Okay, segment 2. Let me discuss my back-to-back rants on the hands-off Central Texas No Kings protest, which was part of a nationwide coalition movement of protests that accomplished absolutely nothing and put people in real danger. Basically, I started getting wind of it on Thursday or Friday, that the woman Sophia Murto, who is a former city council aide, was I heard her described as intense, sucking the energy out of the room. What else did people say about her? Rubbing people the wrong way. Let's just say she's not well liked in City Hall, which she and I have in common. See, Sophia, we're kind of alike. We're both very intense. We rub people the wrong way. And yeah, that's where we're going to have a lot of philosophical differences. But y'all have no idea how, first of all, keep pushing me and I'll publish the audio. And you'll see really how mean I was. Because at one point, where she does that bit towards the end where she says, I'm not sure. I'd love to answer your question. I'm just not sure which one to answer first. Could you please tell me? I cut this out because I didn't want to distract from the message. Go figure. I said, don't do that. You're a smart girl. You know what you need to answer the question. So that's just a little flavor, but suffice it to say, I was way meaner to her than I was on the phone than I was in the transcript. Simply, and not to make myself look good, believe me, because I don't give a fuck what you people think. Let's first of all just clarify that. I don't give a fuck what you people think. But because number one, I didn't want to be a bully. I wanted to hold her to account as we spoke, and I didn't feel the need to, put in every, little flourish or every interaction. I literally was trying to make a point. So, a couple things on that. A man in Atlanta was arrested on an ICE detainer after the No Kings protest over there. So this is real shit. This is not a joke. This is people's real livelihoods. So my point stands. Just because we don't know of anything high profile happening here, well, it happened somewhere else. This was an irresponsible way to organize a protest that was more an event than a protest. A protest is to accomplish a goal, guys. You need to have a goal. We're going to feel good and sing Kumbaya and everybody. I'm not, like, y'all are acting like, I'm like asking, you to do a symphony yourself. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's a very simple thing. Have a goal, and when you protest, do something to achieve that goal. So if you want to protect people from ICE, protect people from ICE. That's more of a protest to me than going down to the Capitol where they're not listening to you and just say, please be nice. Or going to Tesla takeover. You know who still is in charge of Tesla? Elon Musk. So I really need you guys to get it together and understand that the world does not revolve around you. You do not have the answer to every question, nor do I. And it's got to stop asking me to tell you people what to do. First of all, black people told you in 2020 what to do. White people. So every white person who has personally asked me, if white liberals want to help, what should they do? I want to invite you to go through your Facebook feed back to 2020 and all those posts you shared about, this is what I learned about rape. Go back to the black tile and find out what you learned on that, and that's what I want you to do. That's where I want you to start. And if you can get through 3/4 of that, then maybe I'll start compiling the list for what you can do for my people. Let's start there. So it's ignorant. It's an ignorant question. And I need you people to snap out of it. This is why people hate, this is why Austin is derided around the nation, because of shit like this. People who are, it's weaponized incompetence and white fragility. I need you to study also those two concepts. Weaponized incompetence. White women, I know y'all know this concept, right? You know all about it with your husbands. Well, y'all as a group weaponize incompetence to get out of addressing racism. It is in children's books. Go to Book People and find your nearest book on racism that they kicked out of the fucking library while you had your thumb up your fucking ass in Mueller. I'm sorry. Not to be harsh, but kiss my ass. So I actually have an appointment coming up soon. So I have an engagement. So I don't want to belabor this point. This might be a little bit, actually quite a bit shorter than normal, but we'll come back. And maybe that'll give me a good, maybe that'll give me a reason to post again sooner. And I will have a post after the midterm report card hits, which I am hoping to get out middle of next week. So be patient for that. It's going to be a new construct. It's going to be something a little bit different. I hope y'all enjoy it. I don't want to give away too much, but it's not going to be. I think what I'm going to do is do a short, do my new idea for everybody. And then I have already promised paid subscribers something extra. So I'll probably reserve like the grades for the paid subscribers. I'm going to see how it works, but I'm going to give paid subscribers something a little bit more just to say thank you. So that's pretty much it. I just want everyone to really think a little bit more critically, and I can take my own advice before you speak, before you hit send, particularly when you're sending me feedback. Okay, like, I'm just gonna say, Eugene Sepulveda, like, I'm really disgusted that he sent me a email after my second piece on white liberalism and said he doesn't agree, but I have a right to my opinion, which many of us are paying for, so it must be worth something, and although, I have no problem with your method, although, your mileage may vary. Some BS. I could read it word for word, but it was basically condescending, rude. His passive aggressive, his usual tact. And I don't want to belabor the point, and my thing is not to really air it out because I already aired it out on Twitter, and you're free to go look at that. And I've insulted him in every manner that I care to at this point. Point being, I just want you people to I welcome engagement. I welcome disagreement. I welcome conflict. I love conflict. But what I'm not going to do is take condescension, because I'm a grown woman. I'm a business owner. I came from literally nothing. I don't, the reason I don't have a house in Travis Heights is because my parents didn't put me in a position to give me one, basically. So watch your mouth. And I'm not just talking to Eugene. All of you elitists in West Austin, Central Austin, Circle C, and beyond. And on the east side too, you liberal MAGAs. You're not better than me. I've done my work. I pulled myself up from shit to get here. And I'm not taking... You can call me at any time and call me a bitch. You can call me anytime and tell me you're fucking wrong. I would love to speak to you. You know how to get in contact with me. But what I'm not going to do is kiss your ass. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to take the passive aggressive bullshit. So if that's how you want to play me and think, oh, I'm going to play a mind game with this girl so she knows how low she is and how superior I am and how I went to Cornell or et cetera, et cetera. I don't care what college you went to, bitch. I don't care what college your mommy went to, bitch. I don't care who your daddy's uncle, grandfather, whatever, worked for, whatever president. That don't matter to me. You're the shit under my feet, just like I'm the shit under yours. And that's all there is to it. So I don't want to belabor that point, but I just want to say, come at me, bitches, but don't come for me, bitches, because like Eugene, you're going to be so hurt that your only option is to unsubscribe and unfollow me on Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the censors, don't. I hope that doesn't F me with the censors, but anyway, kiss my ass, think more critically, have a great day, and mwah, mwah, mwah.